Hello and welcome back to today's American Flyer Trains for an orientation to a simple layout setup for the owner of 4611 New York Central freight train from 1947. This is a vintage American Flyer transformer. It's 50 watts. That is adequate power for a single train with a couple of accessories on a small loop. Other transformers from American Flyer that are vintage could be 75 watts or 100 watts or all the way up to 175, which is more than adequate to run two trains and quite a few accessories. A Lionel transformer that's similar and compatible might be a CW80 or CW180, that being 80 watts or 180 watts. Both are adequate and probably compatible to run an American Flyer train. On American Flyer transformer, you'll find three posts: base or ground, variable voltage. In this case, the variable voltage is from 7 to 16. It's a typical range, might go up to 18. And then a post, which is a constant voltage, this one being 16 volts, and it might go up to 18. This is in use for accessories. This is in use for the locomotive on the railhead. This is available to both of these to complete the circuit. So the power connected to here, its base or ground can go here. Power connected here and its base and ground can also go here. Multiple accessories, their power can be connected to this post. To illustrate how to connect track to set up a loop, we'll use two pieces of straight track. I've configured this one to be the power section. It has a track terminal, not permanently attached, but already attached. It has the hot or power cable already attached, and it has the base cable or ground cable already attached. It is recommended that this rail right here, which is base, be on the outside of the loop. American Flyer track is connected by pins that are on alternating pieces of rail. For example, if this one were to be connected to a second section of rail, the pins go in the adjacent section of track in the open end of the rail. Note that pins might be bent to the right or to the left laterally. Don't straighten them out. That's the way they're intended. They get a firmer grip and provide better circuit flow if they are tightened just a little bit. So leave them bent to the outside. Simply insert one in the opening and then the other. If they're of equal lengths, it's just going to be a little bit of judgment and practicing as to how to connect them, and then press them together. This is connected the correct way. The pins going in the opening of the adjacent rail section. This is connected incorrectly, where one pin is inserted in the opening of the adjacent rail section, whereas the other one slipped over the top of the opening. Sometimes these are hard to see. This is not correct. This too is not correct. This is where the pin, one of the pins, is inserted correctly in the adjoining rail, but the other one slipped on the outside or inside. I've shown it on the outside here. That is not correct. Watch out for those. Once the loop has been built and connected, the transformer is hooked up simply by taking the black wire and connecting it to the base post. Simply unscrew the nut, slide this over the post, and then tighten the nut. The yellow power cable is attached to the variable voltage post. Again, unscrewing the nut, slide it underneath, and screw the nut tight. And that's all there is. Remember, the base can serve as the ground for both the constant voltage and the variable voltage. Now, in a Lionel transformer, such as the CW80 or the 180, you might have a variable voltage post and its own dedicated base post, and then you'll have the constant volt post and you'll have its own dedicated base post. Usually those are beneath the post. So there'll be 4, 2 red for power, whether it be variable voltage or variable power, or constant voltage or constant power, and then the base for this one and a base for this one. The wiring will remain the same. The American Flyer locomotive, as do many 322, has a 4-position reverse unit. Those 4 positions are forward, neutral, reverse, neutral. Assuming the lever is all the way to the right as you look from the cab to the headlamp on the locomotive, you're using it in the 4-position configuration, and that allows you to operate the train forward or reverse. And here's how it works. Now, it can start anywhere. It doesn't necessarily have to start in forward. I'm just going to use that as an example. Let's say that it was last operated in forward, therefore the reverse unit is in forward. When power is applied, it should shift the reverse unit to neutral. Shift it back to all the way to the left, then shift it forward again, and it should be now going in reverse. Stop it going in reverse, rotate it one time, that puts it in neutral again, and then rotating it again and giving it power puts it in the forward position. So remember, it's forward, neutral, reverse, neutral, and it can start in any one of those 4 positions.